Hello, sixth graders. Today we're going to take a look at a really cool lesson that is going to teach us about different types of character. And when we're talking about character, we're talking about who you are, your virtues, all of the things that we're always bringing up in class about being kind, about doing your best, working hard, never giving up, showing respect, responsibility. So these things can be grouped into moral character, which is like your ethics, performance character, which is going to help you be successful, and then civic character, which has to do with your community. And we're going to talk more about civic character later. For right now, we're going to focus on the difference between moral and performance character. So, moral character has to do with who you are. It's learning to be the best person that you can be. And when you think about who you are, we're talking about things like integrity. Integrity has to do with being true to yourself, not lying to yourself. That who you say you are, and that you do the right thing even when no one is around you. You guys know a lot about love and how to show love to people all the time. Compassion is when you show love or care about somebody who might not have as much as you, who might be hurting or be sad, and that you care about them and you want to help them. Justice has to do with righting wrongs. And some of you I've already seen really have this virtue of justice. And I see you go out of your way to try and help right wrongs that have happened and make sure that everyone is included and all of that. And then respect we've talked a lot about because it's one of our ROAR traits. So this all has to do with you being your best. But there's another type of character, and we talk about this in school a lot too. It's called performance character. And performance character has to do with what you do. It's to help you achieve your highest potential. So when Mrs. Williams is telling you that you need to come to class prepared and on time, I'm trying to help you on your performance character. When I tell you that you need to work really hard and don't give up and this will make you successful, that is your performance character. And it's also really, really important. So again, it's learning to do your best. Moral character was learning to be your best. It's who you are. And your performance character is what you do. So it's things like hard work, dependability, perseverance. Remember, perseverance is when you don't give up even when something is hard. You keep going and you keep working at it over and over until you're successful. Responsibility. We talk a lot about that in school. And then even self-control is going to help you be successful. So here later we're going to talk about civic character. We're not going to spend a lot of time on that today. So here's a quote. I know this is a lot of writing, but it draws all of the really important things together, summarizes it. We're going to read it together, and then I have a fun activity that we're going to get into. So both moral and performance character are necessary to achieve the goals for which all schools of character strive. In other words, you need both in order to meet the goal of developing your character. Moral character plays a central role in helping schools create safe and caring environments, because if we develop your moral character, then you're going to want to be kind and take care of each other and do everything that you can to make everyone feel safe and included. It prevents peer cruelty. If you care about other people, then you're not going to be mean to them. Decreases discipline problems because you're trying to do the right thing because it's who you are. It reduces cheating because you know that cheating is wrong and so you don't want to do it. It fosters or makes social and emotional skills. It's going to teach you how to get along with people better. And it develops your ethical thinking and produces public-spirited, democratic citizens. Now this part we're going to get more into when we talk about the civic character. Performance character, on the other hand, plays a really important role in helping schools improve students' academic achievement. It promotes an ethic of excellence. When I show you a paper and I say this is excellent, this is a model paper, this is what you want to be doing, or when we're in class and I draw attention to one student and I say, look at what they're doing right now, they are focused and they're showing me they are ready to learn. When we talk about that type of stuff, I'm referencing their performance character. It reduces dropouts. Kids stay in school if they're doing well and they know that they need it to be successful. And it prepares a competent and responsible workforce. Eventually, successful students become successful workers. And it equips young people with the skills that they will need to lead productive, fulfilling lives and to contribute to the common good. So again, we talk about this in school. These are the things that you need to be successful. The moral character is what you need to be a good person. Performance character is what you need to achieve your goals. But you need both of those things, and hopefully we're developing both of them, because just one would is gonna have problems. And hopefully you'll see some of that in our activity. So our activity is going to take a look at some SpongeBob clips, because I know that you guys all watch SpongeBob. And in each clip, I want you to identify whether each character is showing moral and or performance character traits. And some might have both, and some might have neither. So our first character is SpongeBob. Now right now, pause the video and think just about what you know about SpongeBob, what traits you think he's going to show more of, and then watch the clip and see what you come up with. Here SpongeBob is taking care of a clam and he needs a break from Patrick.
Patrick, I really need my...
Tomorrow for sure.
Tomorrow for sure.
Patrick?
I'll get to it eventually.
Eventually.
So what do you think? Which type of character does SpongeBob show best? Good. I see both moral and perseverance character in SpongeBob in this clip, because he shows moral character in that he was caring for this clam and he was putting the clam's needs above his own. And then we also see performance character because he is working super hard, and he has been, if you saw the whole episode, that whole day, and he continues to try to have a good attitude and to work his hardest and not give up. Okay, what about Patrick in that same clip? So what type of character do you see in Patrick, or lack thereof? Here, Patrick definitely shows a lack of performance character. We see that he does not have diligence, he's not hardworking, and if you watch this whole episode, you can really see where that comes to fruition. As far as moral character, in this very clip, we don't see any of his moral character. But there are other clips, and maybe you can think of some of them. Jot them down right on your paper of what times you see that, or you can think of where Patrick has shown moral character. All right, now we're going to take a look at Squidward.
There's one who is not so good. Let's see. Inattentive, impatient, a glazed look in the eyes. Look carefully at the "I really wish I weren't here right now" button. There's a name for employees like this, but we'll call him Squidward.
All right, right now on your paper, jot down some of those virtues or character traits that they said he did not have. So which category would those fall into? Are those moral character traits, or are those performance character traits? Good. So Squidward does not show that he has performance character traits.
Squidward! What is your problem? My problem is that you aren't working, which means I lose MUNEE, which means you lose your JOB.
Remind me again, is that good news or bad news?
Tentacles, I mean it. You get back to minding that register.
All right, compare that with SpongeBob,
Specs on the window. Don't worry, boss man, I got it covered.
who here shows an excellent sense of performance
Sounds like the
character.
dishes are done soaking.
That's a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Scrub the walls of the Krusty Krab till they gleam.
Already done, sir.
All right, for the last video, we're going to look at Mr. Krusty Krab. And right before this video, we saw SpongeBob, who was willing to sacrifice his own life to defend Krusty Krab.
Between SpongeBob and all the money I have in my pocket, which would you take?
That depends. How much money are we talking about?
Mr. Krabs!
62 cents.
I'll take the money.
Mr. Krabs!
Here you go, Krabs. 62 cents. Next up, Davy Jones' locker.
So in this clip, we see that Krusty Krab is willing to sell SpongeBob's soul for just 62 cents. So what type of virtue is this showing a lack of? Good. He does not show any care or love or kindness. Instead, he's consumed with greed, and that he's willing to give over his friend for even just a little bit of money. So that's a lack of moral character. Krusty Krab has great performance character. He runs business, and he cares a lot about running his business well and having people do their best who work for him, but he does have a lack of moral character. So as you can see from these characters, it's important to have both. If you have just moral character and not performance character, then you won't be able to get anything done. And if you have just performance character but no moral character, then even though you might make a lot of money, you might do really unethical things with it or not be able to really help the world or be a good person. So now it's your turn. Can you think of more examples of moral and performance character in different SpongeBob clips or other clips from movies and shows that you love? Here are the resources that we used or the references that we used in this video.